this isn't the story of an entire people. This is the story of the African Americans who lived in one corner of one city in one state born out of the Civil War. This is the story of West Las Vegas, Nevada.
Invisible Las Vegas Part 1 I did for under $10,000. And we were really scuffling on that. You're talking to a true guerrilla filmmaker, you know, which I have to wear many hats, as well as my crew.
In 1941, the El Rancho Club opened, and the Las Vegas Strip as we know it today is born. And a year later, West Las Vegas gives rise to a mini strip of its own. The Harlem Club, Ebony Club, and the Brown Derby open.
And what we did some 8 or 9 years ago, that was great, that's still historical, but today is even better. And what my crew's doing, we're archiving this footage for future generations. You know, I lived here, I grew up here during the 60s. My dad brought us here from San Francisco, California, by way of Louisiana. And in the mid-50s, as you know, a little, God, I was a baby. And I've seen so much. I mean, from a Jim Crow Las Vegas to a great diverse Las Vegas.
I want to be a part of upgrading the community that produced me.
And in Invisible Las Vegas 2, we do talk about Ruby Duncan and her storming Caesar's Palace and the things that she had to do to fight for equal and civil rights. Also, Lucy Flores, who represents a district in North Las Vegas. And we are talking about the fast-growing Latino community in West Las Vegas. In the 1950s, blacks took jobs here in Las Vegas because it was better than picking cotton in a hot Louisiana or Arkansas sun. Now it seems like the Latinos are taking over those jobs. And African Americans have moved out of the West Side and have moved, you know, to the greater parts of Las Vegas.
Not only 2 states, 2 cities.
You know, when we did Invisible Las Vegas Part 1, and we started that back in 2002 and 3, and those people, some of those people were still alive, Alice Key. And so it's it's important that Invisible Las Vegas Part 1 is still shown. Those people lived through the Jim Crow era of Las Vegas, and their memory lives on through my film. Am I proud to share these stories with everyone? Yes. I grew up in a very storytelling family. My dad and mom made sure in the 60s and early 70s that we watched the news. And you have to remember, I grew up during an era of Martin Luther King and the Kennedys and Malcolm X and great men like, you know, like those great men. You know, growing up in the 60s and 70s, yes, we had a sense of community. We didn't have the information age like we do today. And in West Las Vegas, once again, yes, it was a sense of community, a sense of real pride that we still have today over there, but once again, with integration, we've lost that.